Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick sharing information about Soulproof from our website soulproof.com. We're talking about paranormal evidence and a subcategory of this, ghosts. So ghosts being disembodied spirits, perhaps who are in a netherworld in between this world and the spiritual dimension, but sometimes the word ghost can include after-death contacts, that is, souls who are not necessarily stuck but are just visiting to make their presence known. One of the most interesting sources about ghost evidence comes from the book and the movie by the same name, The Ghost of Flight 401. In 1972, there was an Eastern Airlines crash and two pilots were killed, Bob Loft and Second Officer Don Repo. Well, these two officers had been seen a number of times afterwards by second officers, flight engineers, flight captains, stewardesses, even vice presidents at Eastern Airlines, none of whom were clairvoyants. So, for example, here's one instance. A stewardess took a head count and found she was one over on the airplane. She discovered it was an Eastern captain. She told him he was not on her list. The captain stared straight ahead and said nothing. She called the flight supervisor, but got nowhere. Then she called the captain of the flight from his cockpit. Half a dozen passengers watched the curious goings-on. The flight captain bent over to talk to the silent officer. He froze. "My God, it's Bob Loft." In front of all the onlookers, the real-life figure of Bob Loft simply disappeared. So, exciting evidence. There's another field, EVP, electronic voice projection, where voices of spirits are captured on tape. So, for example, Dr. Konstantin Radiv, a Latvian psychologist, described in his book Breakthrough an amazing experiment in electronic communication with the dead. He has over 60,000 different voices captured on tapes. These tapes are fresh, factory sealed, put into the tape machine. Before an audience, he asks questions aloud. No one hears anything, but they're recording, and when they play back the tapes, there are voices sharing information. So EVP, another way to get input from, quote, ghosts. Many people don't know that there's been university research on this. For example, Tony Cornell of Cambridge University. This and other information from the video documentary Sightings, The Ghost Report. Mr. Cornell says there's a lot of fraud in this, a lot of imagination, a lot of wishful thinking. But when you strip all that out, there's about 20% hardcore stuff that's exceedingly difficult to explain. Carrie Gaynor, another university researcher, UCLA, says that seeing ghosts is not culturally dependent. That is, ghosts have been sighted in all different cultures across time. So he has assembled photography crews. For example, he had a team of 20 researchers at a house where malicious spirit activity had been reported. The woman at the house could see the spirit. So she would say, "There he is against the wall." And the photographers would all take pictures. Whenever they took in the area where the spirit's supposed to be, their pictures were whited out. When she would say the spirit had left, there they would see the normal kitchen wall. So we'll talk more about Dr. Gaynor's exciting ghost research in the next video. Be sure to visit our website, soulproof.com, sign up for the free newsletter. Thank you for sharing this with others, and know that all this information and much more are available in my book, Soulproof. Thank you.